Okay, so rappers are known, like in the music industry, they're known for like money, women, cars. When was the first time each of you had the reality check that like the money isn't there until you're like popping? Like popping.
I think that reality check happens daily when the money is not here. Still.
When I look in the account and it still says $4.
I literally just put on my Instagram today, yo, if everybody gives me like $1, I have like $12,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, everybody.
But did you ever have a period where you were like, yo, rappers make lots of money, that's why I'm gonna do this, and then like, was there something that hit you?
No, because what actually happened was like, yo, I just want to do music. I don't even care about the money. Then I realized, yo, if I do music and not care about the money, I gotta work at Trader Joe's.
Yeah. Didn't you have a realization, T. Ross?
I had a lot of realizations.
It was. Tell me about the story when you pulled up to meet Ruslan for the first time.
Okay, this was a trip. Because I didn't think Ruslan was popping, right? But I seen So Ruslan, he was with the Dream Junkies at this point. Rest in peace. And then he like, you know what I'm saying? So I see some of their stuff. I see the views. I hear from multiple people like, oh, this is my favorite artist, blah, 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 blah. So in my head, I'm like, oh, he's lit, right? And then George, my boss at the time, video production, was like, yo, we're going to go link with Ruslan. We're going to do a video. You want to come do it? And I was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go meet freaking Ruslan. So I was like, you know what I mean? I wasn't a huge fan at the time, but I was like, this is freaking lit. You know what I mean?
Like you knew of him and the fact that you got to meet a real rapper was like super dope.
Excited. Yeah, no, I was still really excited. This is like the first rapper I ever met type thing. And so we pull up to this cafe and this just banging like a biscuit little Corvette pulls up into the spot, and I'm like, dang, yo, is that him? And he hops out, and I'm like, oh, that's not him. And I look just to the right of that car, and there's this old beater. I forget what it was like an old like 90s something beater, like hardly running. Just pulls up next to me, hops out. He's like, hey, yo. And I was like,
the car sounded like it was beatboxing as that was coming up. You thought it was the theme song, but it was just breaking down.
That was like, for me, that was like, okay, unless you get popping, you're not making money.
The first conversation I ever had with Ruslan was me calling him to say, hey, how you do this and make money so that you can keep doing it like that? Like, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, because I wrote out I was trying to talk to these producers at a certain point to figure out, you know, how much they would charge me for beats, because I was just ripping stuff off of YouTube at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even understand that was illegal.
It's not.
I mean,
it's actually perfectly legal if your name is T. Ross.
Oh, wow.
I'm joking.
That was crazy.
Guys, I've never stolen a beat in my life. That you can prove.
Or that you can hear on Spotify.
Don't look into it.
Yeah.
Don't look into it. Do not investigate T-Ross or Foggy Raw.
Back to what you're saying.
All right, let's go. So, like, I was just doing that consistently. And then I was like, I started getting, like, flagged. Like on YouTube, like I got these emails.
Why?
You can't do this. You know, like YouTube, you have to stop.
You're all, why though?
Yeah, exactly.
I made a great song.
Yeah, I was like, it's good. Why would they even care?
You
it's
can't
a good
stop me like Andy Mineo did.
That was bad. That wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Your story was great. Keep going.
You're on podcast. Time out for 10 minutes. Don't say nothing. All right. So basically,
I'm cutting the cameras now.
So basically, like. I asked this producer, like, yo, like, how can I, you know, how much would you charge me? I'm thinking like $25, $50. He's like, probably like $500 a beat. I was like, about $5. All right, nice. So then I did the math about how much it would take me to put together a project with how many tracks I was trying to do. I was like, okay, so $5,000.
Just $5,000.
Just $5,000. And then also, I work it in and out. How long would it take me with my other expenses to raise $5,000?
Working part-time.
I worked part-time about 2 years before I could put out a project. Sweet. Nice. And so, like, I'm like, yo, I don't even know how Ruslan does this. So I texted, or I actually DM'd him, and he's like, give me a call. Then I called him, and
What's the secret? What did he tell you?
He said you can't. I'm just kidding. No, you know, he was like, oh, you know, it takes time, all this kind of stuff, you know, being able to work with other people. And then that's kind of how we started talking about me signing the King's Dream. But, I mean, like, so I never really understood, like, it never even, I'm wise, not very intelligent, though. So, like, I never really understood that it actually, like, you don't make a bunch. Like, it never went in my head. Like, yo, rappers make so much money. Never thought about that.
Got it.
Like, matter of fact, I when I got into this,
You've
I finally-
always been here for the art.
exactly. I'm a freaking artist at heart, dude. Nah, I was like kind of surprised to find out like how much some of the dudes like on Reach make. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh look, Lecrae has that much money.
How much did they make?
I don't know. But what I'm like, you find out like
I feel like my
I'ma be
joint
that
made
guy.
it sound like Ruslan is broke and not provided for, which is not the case.
Oh, yeah.
That was also like
Ruslan is doing. Dude, Ruslan's doing good. He's straight.
that was
His
3-4
family's
years ago.
straight. That was a while ago too.
Yeah.
Ruslan's straight.
I think he had just started not working at his church anymore.
Yeah,
too.
that was
So-
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a minute ago for sure.
Yeah, he's
Ruslan
been
not broke.
he's the only income provider in his household for the past like 4 or 5 years.
He's
Or
chilling.
they're 3 years, 3-4 years.
about 3-4. Yeah.
So he's been killing it.
Yeah. On a set.
Yeah. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, so
I'm not wearing.